Amy had brought it to my attention that she had it on her heart to foster. That same week or a week or two later, Pastor Roby had a message, and it really hit my heart. You know, he had spoken about fostering, and I came home one night and I said, let's do it.
As he was talking about fostering, said, hey, maybe one of you out there has a room in your home that would be suitable to show the, you know, Christ's love to a child who needs it.
We have a spare room, and, you know, as almost trivial as that might seem, you know, having a spare room, that one fact was kind of like, oh, maybe that's why we have that. Maybe this, you know, maybe that's what this could be used for.
And I think like we kind of looked at each other and we're like, got it. Between, you know, our church family and the 4 kids family, we just never felt like we were alone.
The Lord used a family member who works in the foster care system to speak into my life about foster care. And she was like, you know, you have so much love to give. And I know that your desire is to be a mother. Why don't you look into foster care? And I was like, I don't even know what foster care is. Like, that's a whole other world I know nothing of.
I think our story is a little different than most people because it was our first placement, our only placement. And it's like, God knew how much we could handle and knew how much our son just needed to be home with his family. And blatantly clear was the day of his adoption. When we finalized the adoption, that courthouse was standing room only. Like, so many people showed up.
As we were feeling that sense of urgency and being led into foster care, my prayer life was really focused on a couple things. One, wanting to make sure that this was really what God was calling us to. Also for strength, you know, there's some unknowns with it. You don't know what kind of placement you're going to get or what the specific challenges of that child might be. And so I remember praying just to really have a very open and willing attitude to make myself available to whatever that child's needs are.
I was also having a sense of not doing things that God wasn't calling me to. And I felt a lot of peace about moving forward with this.
The Lord started showing me and giving me signs about fostering as well. Just meeting people that were navigating through those waters, I looked into it and I prayed about it, and it was just a great fit.
Our favorite thing on fostering is that she is truly developing in such a drastic manner. I mean, when we first got her, you know, she was very behind, and we have seen in just a matter of a month and a half, like a different baby.
It is truly amazing with just showing love and care. They just developmentally just skyrocket.
I think our hope and our prayer for Thea is that she will have a relationship with Christ, and that she will be that light in the darkness, and that she'll be able to take that home to her family and, you know, be able to be that light and preach about Jesus, the Lord.
So I went through the foster care training, and within 3 days of getting my license, I was already being called to fill that bed in my home. And I went and picked her up at the daycare and brought her home with me, and had absolutely no idea what to do. Terry came home from work, and we went to Walmart, and we just loaded up the cart with everything we thought we could possibly need. She came with very little. And we just figured out night 1, all right, we made it. She's alive the next morning.
What I would say to someone who's thinking about fostering is that if God puts it on your heart, run to him. He will meet you, and he will just show you so much love, and you know, he's really blessed us. Even though we're blessing Thea through all of this, he has really shown himself onto us by building our relationships with him, by letting Sydney see you know, who he is. And honestly, people all the time ask us, why would you do this? Like, why are you doing this? And it has opened up so many doors to preach God's good word and to share God's love with people.
Have an open heart and an open mind. Ask God about it. See if that's where He's leading you. And if you're seeking after Him, maybe the answer is He wants you doing something else. But at least be open and make yourself available. I think one of the things that I've been excited about is the opportunity to have a positive impact, show Christ's love to them, to really have that kind of impact, evangelize, even if it's just an audience of that one kid, to show what a Christian home is like.
And I tell everyone that it's the best thing you could do, but it's hard. As they told us, you have to be willing to get your heart broken, so theirs don't. It is absolutely worth getting your heart broken over and over again to make sure that our children are safe and loved and protected and get to know God.
We have found that this community has really rallied around us. We had Amy's women's group come over and bring us meals for almost 2 weeks. We have been offered babysitting. Pray about it, talk about it with your spouse, and do what God has called you to do. If you feel it on your heart, and that's something you should do it.